You need to know, he says, Da ki kol ha-nefashot hem me'olam ha'asiyah bilvad. He says, all the nefesh comes only from the world of action, means from this world. Kol ha-ruchot, all the ones that have ruach, means it's higher level than nefesh, comes from the word of yetzirah, ziranpin. Kol ha-neshamot, all the ones that have a soul. Usually a soul, it means amazing person. But you see, let's really understand what's amazing person. See, for us, we always judge even if we think we don't. So if someone even sitting in the office and this person, it doesn't matter, male, female, is helping you with your supply even, and that person is doing really what you want, you say, it's an amazing person, I love this person. What's going to happen if after even 10 years that the person did so good for you and one time doesn't want to do it? Boom! X. We say about someone that is good, not because we know if it's good, it's because we're thinking how he was good to you. It's conditional. You love the person no matter what? Unconditional? The answer is no. So that's why it says, each one comes from a different level. But the person that is neshama, whatever he see, he says, Gamzu letova. That's also good. I accept it. And that's why he says, not everybody in this world have all the 5 parts of the soul. Most of the people in the world have only one part, the nefesh. So he says, Kdoshim iyu le'elohim, you have to be holy for your God. Velo yechalelu, don't create space in the name of God. I mean, what does it mean? Get Ishei Hashem, lechem elokehem, em makrivim v'ayu kol. If you understand Hebrew, there is no connection between the words. Ishei, there is no word like this in Hebrew, but it means sacrifice. And then the name of God, and then bread of God. What's bread of God? Okay, so if you know what's bread, I know most people, again, even people that speak Hebrew, the name bread, it's not bread only that you eat. It's a code of mercy, because the name of God, 26, Yud Kevavke, or Havayah, means present, it's also 26. You cannot have only one side. Right, no, it has to be 3. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Yud Kevavke, Yud Kevavke. Bread is 78. It's exactly 3 times the name of God. So it says, Isha, Zona v'chalala lo yikahu. And then it says, Velo yikhu grusha, and they cannot take a divorced one. And it's like they're giving you a few different names. So one is grusha, one is halala, one is prostitute, and then if you continue, he says that almana, grusha, v'halala. So those 3, almana, grusha, v'halala, zona. So every time they call the one halala comes from the word space. It means space, it's darkness, it's not light. They add the word prostitute. But Ish Kohen, if it's a daughter of a Kohen, and she start to be a prostitute, at Havayah Imechalet, she's creating space for her father, and she have to be burned. So I start digging, and Rabbi Zekloria, and there is a book called Or Chaim, amazing Kabbalist, and he's explaining it clearly. I'm going to read it word by word. And he says, Bat Ish Kohen, the daughter of a Kohen, Ki, when she's going to start being prostitute at Havayah Mechalelet, it's talking about Haneshama, talking about the soul, not talking about Kohen, it means God, Kadosh Baruch Hu, and the daughter is the soul. It says, Haneshama nikret Bat Kohen, Bito shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The soul is the daughter of the Kohen. It means the daughter of the Kadosh Baruch Hu. It means God. And we have 3 chances If you remember, we studied it, some of us. And Nidgalgela, incarnated 3 times. The first time, he clearly, slowly even he's doing it. The first time that the soul comes to this world, Nikret Almana, they call this soul widow. Shenit Almana mi Baal Me'orah means she got widow because the one that she was kind of married, it means the first time that she was connected to God, the first level that she was connected, אומרת שהאדם חטא ומת בלי תשובה. So the first time a person did something wrong and he died without doing tshuva. So again, we have to really understand, I know some of you maybe heard the word tshuva. What does it mean tshuva? To go back to exactly the same point of where you ruined something and you have to fix it. בלי תשובה, no repentance. זאת הנשמה above, this soul above, they call it almana, widow. שולחים אותה בגלגול בעולם הזה, they send this soul again, incarnated in this world. Look, word by word, he says. כדי לתקן. To do the correction, תיקון. ואם עדיין לא תיקן, and if he didn't do the תיקון, and he again sin it means he repeated. No, this is only the second time. He repeated the second time, חטא ומת. He did the same thing, and he died. Without tshuva, בלי תשובה, נשמתו של האדם כשעולה למעלה, this soul, when it goes up there, רואים אותה, they look at her, and they say, again, you did the same sin. They're rebuking her, you out of here. Now they call her grusha. We are divorcing you. See the difference? וזה שכתוב, it says, that's what the Torah says, אלמנה וגרושה. It says, that's why they say, אלמנה וגרושה. They talking about the soul. I'm not talking about the high priest. So now, the second time, she's, grusha, divorced. And now he's saying a question. So what's halala zona? What's space prostitute? So what's space Shabbat? So space, it means no or chozer. Why we see the light of the sun here in this world? Because outside of the atmosphere, it's dark. Why we see? What do we see really? Or chozer. We see returning light. And that's why it says halala zona. It means because it was so much darkness. And he says, כשיבוא בגלגול שלישי, when he comes the third time, now, when she got to the third one, חס ושלום לא תיקן. חס ושלום that he didn't do the correction, the third one. Now she's up there. They call her halala zona. Imagine that all the souls and the angels and God looking at that soul and they say, if you not going to do tshuva, they going to bring you to this world inside a body of a very wicked and evil person. בגלגול כלב, או חיה שאינה טהורה, or animal that it's not kosher animal, okay? And it's going to suffer pain and suffering, that they call it, there is no translation in here, but Rahman litzlan, it's like, oh God, like, please, no. The whole thing is to elevate. That's why he's talking about the reincarnation, because I just read it. You didn't do it, you have to come again. But not every Gilgul, every incarnation is going to be the same. You're going to come as a human being. First time, you didn't do it right, you're only a widow. It's not bad. Second time, you are divorced, out. Third time, I mean, come on. You're already selling your soul for nothing? I need לתקן את שקלקלתי. I need to correct what I did wrong. But you see, the first thing before we do tikkun, you have an idea what we have to do before you do the tikkun? You need to recognize what you did wrong. How do I recognize what I did wrong? And the minute he says, you understand it, and that's why the Torah says a very famous sentence, I'll explain it in Hebrew, from Hebrew to English, פוקד עוון אבות על בנים, על שלישים, על רבעים לשונאי, נוצר חסד לאלפים לא אהבי. Okay. And that's in the portion אלה המשפטים, the portion משפטים. Okay, so what does it mean? It says, literally it says, that the kids gonna suffer on the sins of the father. Is you, the only one. So the minute we understand that, it's a very deep sentence. And then there is another sentence in the Torah that says, Ish bechit'o yumat. It says that a person's gonna die in the sin that he created. If you are upset, it was your choice. If you are happy, it's also your choice. And that's why it says, Hareshut Netuna, you have permission to choose. What movie? You want to be a robot in the movie? Robot is exactly who we are. If someone can say one word and you were upset, you are a robot. Because that word activating you. Don't forget, it was a movie. Beautiful movie, famous movie, Back to the Future. Every time they told him chicken, he was wants to fight and kill everybody that was there. Okay. So I always said every person have this button that called chicken. I don't care what word is that activates you. So what are you going to do? Fight with everybody that's going to tell you this word? So we said a million times, you think that person that aggravated, that's the problem? Move to Japan. Even if you don't know the language, they're going to aggravate you exactly the same. You know why? Because you're taking this button to wherever you go. Enough. Do the tikkun. The permission is granted. Reshut netuna. You can't be a robot. You have the permission. You cannot change the movie. You can move to a different movie. You look at it and says, that's it, enough. Same people, different movie. People will never change. It's the movie that can change. And the minute we understand, then we start to understand and at least to ask question. Why not everybody get aggravated by the same words? Why I was born in a particular country, city and place, why I was born to this particular father and mother, with sisters and brothers or not, doesn't matter. You need to ask all those questions. And more than that, you look at your own house with the same mother and father, and you look around, you see every brother and sister that you have, different, with the same parents. It's because we have different tikkun. So all those questions we have to ask, and we need to answer them too. One of the most important things to do is to do investigation about ourselves. Investigation about my soul, about my reincarnation, and to know why we are associated with some people and some people not, why I dislike some people, why I like more some people. We all have it. And if you don't ask and investigate it, you will never know your tikkun. You come here for nothing. You're not doing so. You have 3 times. The 4th one, forget it. So we need to understand it. And hopefully we will understand that inside of us, whatever it's the level and the name that we have, Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, whatever, it's who I am. Not what you see, the package. So if you are upset at someone there, you are upset at one of part of your soul. Imagine now, imagine, you have trillions of cells in your body and one cell hates another cell. I'm not going to connect with you. I'm not going to do the work. I have an ego about myself. You know what's going to happen to that person? You're going to be sick. Exactly. So people get sick is because they don't understand that the way they behave, they train the cells in the body in the wrong way. And unfortunately, look around. Graveyards are full. Full. Hospitals? My God, they put people in the hallways. Every corner, 2 Dwayne Reeds and Walgreen. And it's like, we are so addicted. 20,000 people last year in United States, 20 and a half, only from opioid. Come on, guys, come on, enough. Yes, I know that we are studying, but each one of us is supposed to be a messenger to himself first, because if you cannot give what you don't have. We need to be like a messenger of God everywhere we go. He needs to use me to influence someone else. If you cannot influence someone, it means you don't have it. And I don't have to convince, not to convince, to influence. It's with the energy, not just the words, with the way we behave.